don't even know who Aunt Sally is. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to show you how to get yourself ready. Get ready with me for my hooded eyes to make them look the best I possibly can. Minimal amount of makeup, everyday look, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, slap it on and let's get right to it. Okay, let's go. Still love this stuff. Don't need a lot on. It's really hot here today. Dad's inside. Obviously, Dad and James came on Monday. We picked them up from the airport and we've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm wiping my hair all over my face. I hope the lighting's better today. We spent quite a bit of time trying to get that perfected. I'm just going to show you this again because I just want to get up close and show you the difference it makes to my pores. I'm going to do that YouTube thing when you squeeze it on your face. So, I'll just put it on where my pores are. I'm going to turn my microphone on actually. Right, so let's scoot you in. Can you see the difference from that side to that side? Amazing. It's quite silicone-y, but I haven't seen any adverse effects, so I'm just going to put that on all of the areas where I get greasy. This is slowly becoming my favourite. There's no damp beauty blender. I've got this thing that it needs to be hot. I don't know if it needs to be hot. I feel like I want it to be warm. Because I feel like if I'm putting a cold water on my face, it's not going to allow the product to blend properly. I've done it dry. My dad in the background rummaging around in a cake drawer. Just give you a quick update actually on his cancer. He's going for his scans now once every 3 months. Hasn't had any treatment. For those of you who've been with me since the beginning, my dad was like on death row, had COVID, was on a ventilator, has had invasive bladder cancer stage 3, and he had chemotherapy followed by immunotherapy, almost killed him, but they said that it's either going to kill him or it's going to kill the cancer. And he's been back in England now for a year and just over a year and a half, and it's incredible. Nothing's grown, absolutely nothing has grown, so don't know, but he's doing something right. Right, okay, I'm going to go in with the Milani blush now. I'm going to put it on here just so you can see how much I'm using. One little blob. Takes forever to come out and then it comes out and it goes blip. There you go. Look like Aunt Sally. Shall we rub it in like Aunt Sally? Does anyone even know who Aunt Sally is? Aunt Sally is from she wears a gummage program. So yeah, this is it's beautiful. It gives a nice sheen. It's not shiny, but it really makes, I think it makes my skin look really healthy. I'm bringing it across onto my nose because it looks like I've been sun-kissed, and I have actually, because I've been in the sun the last 3 or 4 days. As you'll notice, my face is completely different. That one over there, completely different colour to anything else. Right, okay, so bronzer. We're doing drugstore and high-end here today. Is Charlotte Tilbury considered high-end? Why is my bloody camera moving around? It's annoying. Right, okay, so going across there, I'm going to pinch the brush. So we have a less runaway brush, and I'm punching that into my skin. I'm frowning to get rid of my lines, so the product is distributed evenly. It's a bit nerve-wracking actually. Everyone's listening to me outside. It's like I'm performing. I don't like it. I like it when I'm in my room on my own with you. Over the top of brush on my nose and a little bit on my chin. I'm doing my ears. I slept with my plaits in last night. I've discovered if I go to bed with oh, do you know what I've forgotten? For God's sake, call myself a makeup guru. Custard. Oh God, it's gone in my eye. I'm just going to let that warm up for a little bit. gosh. I've lost my train of thought now. I've lost my little rags. I'll wipe it on my dress. We're not on keto anymore. I had a sugar headache yesterday. They do this thing called a chimney cake in Romania. It's Hungarian, I believe. It's basically like donut material, donut dough, and they put it on the cylindrical thing and it twists over a barbecue, just goes round and round and round, and it tastes like apple strudel. We have one with nuts and sugar on it. It tastes like apple strudel without the apple inside, and it's all crispy on the outside and a little bit doughy in the middle. It's absolutely amazing, and I ate half of one. Could feed a family of 4, and I ate half of one yesterday, and on the way back I was driving for 2.5 hours all around the mountains, and it's like wee wow, around and round and round and round, and I had a really bad headache because of that. Going off of keto, well, I came off keto, so it was easier for Dad and James to just eat what we were eating. So yeah, oh yeah, I was talking about washing my hair, putting my hair in plaits when I went to go to bed, and then waking up looking like this. This is a Real Techniques brush. Very, very light dusting, because we want our makeup today really to be a little bit untraceable, like we haven't really bothered, but even though we have. Very, very softly. And I'm going all the way on my oily bits, around the bottom, and I'm just going to go up here, just so my blush still stays a little bit fresh. Okay. And up the centre of my face, all over my oily bits there. And of course, not forgetting the eyebrows, because we're going to put eyebrow pencil on, and it sticks much better when you've got powder on your eyebrows. Right, okay. Everything's now covered in powder. What's next, Julie? Done that. Okay. Got powder all over my nose. Why don't you tell me? Okay. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in neutral brown. I'll do it. It's thicker than the other one, actually. I'll do a little line on there for you. Doesn't seem to bother me. I actually like this because it's not. It's more. It's more in tone with my actual eyebrow colour, and also it's a little bit more. Well, it's a bit less opaque, so you can kind of get away with pressing a little bit harder, and it doesn't. I'm not colouring in my brows, I'm kind of complementing them. I don't know how much it is. I got it from Amazon. I ordered a load of stuff. I'm going to do a haul video in a little while, because I bought some things that people have been asking me to get. So the trouble is, it just doesn't cover that. I've got a milk spot in my eyebrow skin area. Can you hear the goats over the road? Oh, we've got 4 puppies now. We're not going to take them with us to the, excuse me. Not going to take them with us to the boat, but we've got 4 puppies from down the road. When I first got here, they would literally bark at the top of their voices and sit in the middle of the field, wouldn't come near me. Now they're getting fed by a guy, but they've got worms and they've got fleas. They don't administer flea treatment here, otherwise I'd take them to the vets, and I can't give them hours because I need them before we go back into Greece. And I guess they're all used to it here anyway, aren't they? But they're beautiful. One of them's really big. And now they come up to you, they're jumping up you, want to fuss. They've never been stroked before. It's so lovely that they've never ever had any human contact, apart from this guy comes along with a bucket and just chucks it on the floor, and they all fight to eat. So, okay, so this is a Stila, and it's very, 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 very fine. I'll draw some little lines, bigger ones and then teeny tiny ones, and you can see it's very good just for this area here, because if you can see, I've actually got no hairs at all. So we're just going to fake it. Is it make it till you fake it till you make it? Something like that. Some very thin lines. Obviously my eyebrows are beyond needing plucking again, but I ain't got time, have I? You know, busy girl. So I actually want a little bit there, and I'm going to cover up my dot. Okay, go back in with your spoolie again, just to dull them down just a tiny bit. Okay, notice I'm lifting my eyebrows up to look at them, but I'm also putting them back into their natural resting position. Just going to come back, darken that up a tiny bit. Yep, I'm happy with that. Just going to prime my eyelids, Urban Decay Primer Potion. Put that all over the brow, all over the brow, all over the lid. Right, making sure you're touching your lashes. Oh. We're going to use this one today, Elf. I Love You to Latte. Let's do a few swatches. Okay, extremely, I'm going to say it's a neutral palette, erring on the side of warm. And now I need to wipe my hands. I'm going to take this one as my transition shade. Big fluffy brush. A couple of swipes, tap it off, and we're going halfway along. So this makeup is going to be untraceable. Well, not untraceable. I've been asked a lot for everyday makeup because obviously I wear quite a lot of colour, and I wear quite a smoky, whichever look I'm doing, I do quite a smoky eye. So I'm going to go for a barely there makeup just to make you look a little bit polished, a little bit put together. See how we go, shall we? Next shade down. Smaller brush, same silk, second colour. This one's a little bit darker. Just going to go just underneath the last one. Patting, going back to patting. Halfway up. And then we're going to go in with a darker colour just in the corner, and I'm going to run it across once, tap it off a lot. And we're going to run this along the lower lash, no, upper lash. And just do the same on the other side. Right, I'll raise it, just check. I'm raising my eyebrows, okay? So now I've got my upper lash line covered. Now I need to look directly into the camera so you can't see any of the dark that I've just put on. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep going very slowly until we can see the dark. So we're going to bring it up, pat all the time. Open your eyes. Can you see it when I'm looking straight at you? No, maybe just a tad. Tiny bit across there. Now you can take this up as high as you like. For this instance, we're just doing minimalist makeup, so I'm going to keep it barely there, just visible, so it doesn't turn into an all-out smoky eye. I'm trying my hardest. Out into the corner. Right, I'm going to do the same on the bottom. So we're going to go in with the first colour, tiny bit, just along the bottom. So first of all, this neutralises anything you've got going on, and you can see the concealer is a little bit creased there. It's impossible not to. I'm very, very oily, but this swipe of a neutral colour that's very similar to your skin makes a massive amount of difference, and it gives you a base to work on again. So we're going to go in with the second colour, just put that all the way along the top of the other one. Same on this eye. Notice I'm pressing really, really lightly, guys, really lightly. And for the outer part, I'm going to use a smaller, just a harder brush. Tap it off again, and we're literally just going into the outside. Tiny bit on the outside. See the difference it's made? Hope you can. Same on this one. There you go. Right. I'm going to take the lighter colour, excuse me, bending over here. Got this tiny little table, and I'm going to put this in the inside of my eye here to brighten it up a little bit, and I'm going to have a tiny bit in the arch of my eyebrow, and I'm going to pull that all the way along. Now that looks so much better when you've had when your eyebrows are plucked nicely and tidy, but mine aren't. Okay, so you can see that's actually brightened up the inside of my eye. So okay, fan brush, just going to wipe away any tiny bit of fallout on that palette there. So this is kind of like where we're heading. You can just see the darker when I close my eyes, but very, very subtle. I'm just going to go over the top and blend again. This is a Sigma E40. I keep this I don't really apply much makeup with that. And I'm going all the way down the side and all the way along the top, and just blending, making everything look completely seamless, like we've just been to a beauty parlour and had our makeup completely done. In fact, I need a little bit more dark on that side, and that's because my eyes are really uneven. I'm just going to put a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, to even it up. I always have to overcompensate on this cut, on this brow, on this eye. Right, okay, so that's done. We're gonna have a little bit of a twist here. Okay, I did promise you that. Marc Jacobs pen. This is an aqua green colour. If you can see that, it's beautiful. I'm going to smudge it out. So I want to make it just a little bit different, and I'm going to put this in my waterline. You can see that, and just on the start of my lashes. Same on this side, in my waterline. And I'm actually going onto my lashes because I'm going to smudge it out so it looks cohesive. I'm just gently pushing on my under eye, don't stick it right in. And I'm just softly blending that into my lashes to give a pop of colour, because we want it to be normal makeup, but we also want to be a little bit different. Any colour eye can take green. Green's a beautiful, beautiful shade. So that's just giving it a pop of colour. What I'm going to do now is put some mascara on. It's getting hot now. It's really hot. I'm going to speed this bit up. Then we're going to go in with Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. You notice that I'm just going on the bottom. And along the top. Now I'm going to smudge it with my finger because I don't like it to be too obvious. I love this colour because it makes your teeth look whiter. I've got disgusting teeth. I blame my parents. And this is Buxom. This is the Dolly in the cream gloss. It looks quite full on to start with, but trust me, it disappears into, and it blends in really nicely. Just to finish it off, I'm going to put some, this is the Bridal Scandinavia Setting Mist. I always think I look like Nikki Tutorials when I do that. So this is the look with lashes. So this is the look without lashes. Looking straight onto the camera, you can see I've got a minimal amount of makeup on. I think it looks fairly natural, and my skin is a different colour to the rest of my body, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go away now and put my lashes on. I'll be back in a second. I've got half a lash. I'm going to do a lash tutorial. My lash tutorial, and how I put my lashes on now, and the lashes that I use is going to be a game changer for many of you, and I can't wait to show you. It's so easy. You're going to love me. Okay, so I've got my lashes on, my half lashes, whatever you want to call them. This is a finished look. Do I look like everyday makeup for anyone that wants to look like they're done up, undone, done up, looking great and ready to go to work, ready to go to party, ready to take the kids to school, yummy mummy, not a granny, you know. That's my look. Tell me what you think. If you want more tutorials, just hang tight. There's another playlist coming for you of all of my get readies with further instructions of how to do great hooded eye looks. Thank you very much. See you soon.